Deebs DeFi here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to deploy your GPU to farm the IO Airdrop. Let's get started. Click on Deploy Now on the IONet website, go up here and go to Worker. Okay, the next thing you're going to do, yes, there's a bunch of devices failed here, we'll talk about that in a minute, is go here and click on Connect a New Worker. Now you're going to select your operating system. So I choose Windows, IONet for my supplier, and then I'll just make a new name, Deebs new, whatever, doesn't matter. Select if you're using a GPU or a CPU. If you don't know, you can go up here to Documents to see which one is supported, like which one of your GPUs or CPUs might be supported. I'm selecting GPU. Okay, now here, you're actually going to click on this link and open up a new window. In this new window, you're going to scroll all the way to step 7 because you've already done these steps. You don't need to do them again. And you see Docker, CUDA, and NVIDIA driver installation. I know this is one step. These are 3 links, so you need to do all the steps in each of these links. Going back, we're on this next step, which says run the Docker command. Okay, so before you run this, what you need to do is you need to go to your Docker application and you need to make sure that it's actually running. So if you look in the bottom here, it says engine running. Cool, that means our Docker is running. Awesome. Now here, you're gonna copy the code and then you're gonna open up terminal, right? I already ran this code, but the reason why I'm not running it right this second right now is because I can't do it while I'm streaming or else I'll get my GPU banned like I already did before. I'm going to tell you how to avoid that, but trust me, it's a headache. You don't want to deal with it. So you can understand why I'm not doing that right now. So basically, I just copy and pasted this command in here, right? Hit enter. And then what you're going to see basically, and I'm going to pull up 2 images at the same time. So here's Docker, right? Just in a darker color. And then over here is your terminal. You run this command. All your containers, you see over here, it says containers, are going to start downloading over here. You're going to see downloading 50%, downloading. This is going to be running for a while. As this is happening, you're going to start to see things pop up in your containers file over here. That's normal. Just let it happen. And ideally, by the end of this, once this is all complete and been running for a minute or two, a few minutes, you'll be left with 2 containers. It starts with 3, reduces to 2. And ideally, some of them will have some CPU percentage usage. Again, we're going to talk about that in the second half of this video. But that's basically what's going to happen here. Now, while this is happening, you need to make sure that you're clicking refresh. It says it in the guide. And so you're basically going to be running this command, clicking refresh, and waiting for these to go green, right? If they don't go green, don't panic. There's a couple things you can do. One obvious way, redo the process. The other thing you can do, refresh the whole page, and then usually that solves my problem. So hopefully it'll solve yours. We're gonna pause here because I'm gonna talk about the second half of the video. What do we need to look for next? Everyone, welcome back. So if everything worked out, it's gonna look just like this. 2 green, beautiful connected dots. Life is good, you're gonna make bank. But we're not done there, so sorry to burst your bubble. There is still more to check to make sure everything's working properly. But again, if you didn't get here, don't stress, right? All I'm going to tell you to do, go back to Docker. You're going to go to containers, delete all your containers on this page. You're going to go to images, delete all your images on this page. And then you're going to go back to that first half of the guide, redo the steps, make sure to hit refresh on the page. And if all else fails, go to the Discord, submit a support ticket. But again, if you did get here, good for you. You're well on your way. So I'm going to show you kind of next what you're going to be looking at. So ideally, and remember, I'm using pictures here because I can't be running this right now because I don't want to get banned again. But ideally, you'll have something that looks like this. So you'll start at 100% uptime. It'll give you some sort of speed. I don't really know exactly how it does that. And as you do full days here of uptime, these will start to go green. If you have some downtime, it'll give you red squares. Oh no, whatever. But this is generally what you want to see. But here are a couple of things that can cause, if you see these things, you need to look deeper or restart and do the steps that I said earlier. So first here, look here. If you see 0 in both of these, that is a flag. What I will tell you is let this run for a while. If these remain 0 after you refresh, after it's been running for 24 hours, there may be something wrong. But the UI is very buggy, so it's actually more important that we go to Docker and we check on your containers. So what you want to see is CPU percentage above 0. It's okay if there's 0 at some points, but at least once, both of these should be above 0%, kind of oscillating back and forth, working together. You should have 2, right? It'll start with 3, goes down to 2. If you only have 1, that's a problem. So again, if you only have 1, you need to do what I said earlier. Delete these, go to images, delete those, redo all the steps, and then you should be good to go, assuming that you download everything correctly in the guide. Okay. What else? What else? I'm actually going to go back to one of these GPUs, one of the down GPUs. It's loading. Okay. Yeah, see, this one I didn't run for very long because it went very poorly. But what you need to do here is every time that you need to work on something, you need to stream a video like I'm doing now, you need to work on something on your computer, you need to pause your Docker. Usually there's a pause button up here, but the UI is kind of broken right now, so you can't do that. So what you actually need to do is just halt your Docker by going here, clicking on pause, and then what's going to happen, right, is exactly what happened here. It's actually going to make your GPU fail, but don't stress, right? The devs, everyone has said in the Discord, so long as you just pause it, right, and then you can go back and connect another GPU when you're ready to start again, it's still going to track your progress. Like it's no big deal that you were down for a little bit. But what I will tell you is do not keep this running in Docker while you're doing something else, because you'll get banned like me. And then you're going to have to wait in Discord for your support ticket to go through, which they're super backed up. So just don't do it, right? But if you followed along with this guide, if you do everything that you're supposed to do, everything I told you, you're going to get to a place like this. All is going to be well. You're going to get green uptime for a couple days, and that's going to be your best bet to farm this airdrop. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, do all those YouTube things, like, subscribe, whatever, share on Twitter. Appreciate you all. Deebs out.